What's up, guys? It's Drifts and Lifts here. Alright, so we're on our journey up to Penticton, BC. It's just a D-Day, good old practice event. But we stopped at Manning Park, so we're driving up the Crow's Nest Highway, and it's about a 3.5 hour drive to Penticton. So we're driving up, and neither of our cars, me and Josh here, neither of us have any working heat. My fan's blown, and he doesn't have a fan or a working heater core. And it's actually really cold. Like, there's snow right up there, and we're starting to get some like snow driving. So it's getting a little bit freezing cold in the fire, but we'll figure it out. And before you know it, we'll be in Penticton, and it'll be all good. So I'm pretty stoked. It's gonna be a good time. Look at this redneck rig. Yo, it's a mixture of a 740 turbo intercooler. Yo, it has an intercooler?
Yeah, from a Isuzu.
It even says it. A GLE, what does that mean? It means it has chrome all over it.
Oh, there helps us. Where do you want it?
Okay, so what are we doing here?
We're running it.
For some reason, Josh's car, the fan would just stay on every time he turned the car off, but then anytime the car was on, the fan would not go on. Never. So they're just wiring it to a switch, because when you're drifting, you don't want your fan to be off. Oh, it's dripping on my... Alright guys, so we were just out on the track there, and I was doing the third gear bank, and all of a sudden my heater core catastrophically failed and like literally grenaded underneath my dash. So I cleaned it up already, but it started pissing out and it actually burnt my leg a little bit, which is pretty funny. So, but other than that, the car's running really, really good. I'm fucking stoked. There's Dan over there. He's the guy behind the tune on this car. So I got to take him for a ride finally, which was good because I haven't, after he tuned this car, I never got to take it for a good ride in it, so I finally got to do that, which is awesome. Anyways, hope you guys are liking the video. It's fucking blast. There we go. Alright guys, so that's a wrap up of our footage from the event there. The reason I'm filming this right now at my house and not at the event is because my camera ran out of battery. So yeah, figured I'd do this right here. So let's do a little recap of kind of what happened. All cars made it out of here really safely. They all survived the event. They survived the weekend. Me and Josh actually drove the cars up there. So Goldie in the 940. And you know, if you build a car right and you make sure you go through all the little things before you go on a trip like that, it should be all right to you, unless you have a catastrophic failure. But yeah, if you guys noticed in the video, I blew my heater core, and I've never actually had a heater core go like that. Usually they slowly start to leak, and then over time, you know, you'll slowly have a buildup of coolant in the carpet and that kind of thing. But I think because I was drifting third gear on the track and that kind of thing, it literally just built up enough pressure to explode underneath my underneath the dash there. So that was really intense. All right, another thing I gotta mention is, if you guys notice the wall tap on that side of the car and the wall tap on this side of the car, that is because at first I wall tapped it on this side of the car and it actually bent the car over pretty far. I have had this happen on other cars of mine, but you know, I think Goldie was actually a rebuild at one point, because if you look here, there's Bondo where I rolled the fender. So, you know, I think the structural integrity of the rear of this car has already been compromised, like, you know, back a while ago when it was a rebuild. I'm not too sure. It seemed to be fixed pretty nicely. It's really like clean, but when I wall tapped, it wasn't even a hard wall tap, and it actually bent the car over pretty far. So what I did is is I went on the other side and I wall tapped it again, and I actually had to go back and forth. Like, it took me about 5 tries back and forth until I finally got it where I wanted it to be. And obviously metal doesn't like to bend back and forth, so I wasn't super stoked about that. But you know, I'll try to keep it off the wall next time I go to a drift event. So yeah guys, that's basically the drift event there. So for things to come in the near future on my channel, I actually have another drift event this weekend in Agassiz, so it's the oval track that we go to. And yeah, Justin, the event organizer, said come and have some fun. So it's a pretty cheap event. It only costs 60 bucks to enter, so it's not too bad. And yeah, that's going to be a really fun time, because last time I had Goldie on that track, it was untuned. So, you know, it's making 50 less wheel torque and about 30 less wheel horsepower than it is now. So it's going to roust third gear pretty good. If you noticed on the penticton video, basically it was drifting third depending on the tire. Usually I could never get a Volvo into third gear to drift third gear on that track, but you know, with the extra horsepower that Goldie makes with the tune and the turbo and stuff, it was drifting third just fine. So I'm really happy with that. Hope you guys liked the video. Like and subscribe for grass-fed Volvo beef. Peace out.